Hi. Now that you've seen everything that I do to be able to get to a starting point, let's get started together. All right, so one thing that I want to call out is that I don't operate at the max capacity of allowable projects. I reserve two spots, one as a project template, and that's because I have preferences already established that I want to build on. I don't want to have to enter that information every single time for each new project. The other thing is a sample project. This is just the one that comes with Materio when you started your account. But I use this to be able to have a testing ground. So a play space maybe. I sometimes want to test workflows or just see what happens if I do something. And I don't want to have it impact any client experience or impact any active or live project. So I like to keep two spaces, one for a project template and one a playscape. All right, so knowing that, now we want to basically start from the very beginning. And the very beginning is usually with a lead. A client has either reached out to us in some form or we've reached out to them, but we've become aware that somebody is interested in talking with us about potentially working together. So in the dashboard here, you see that I have these tabs: leads, active projects, and archive. By default, we start in the active projects, but we're going to want to move to leads. One thing that I want you to know is that not everybody has access to be able to manage leads. The account owner does, but after that, it has to be a permission granted to an employee in order to be able to manage this section. There are two ways that you can see leads populated here. The first way is by having the questionnaire embedded on your website. If a client answers the questions from your questionnaire and then click submit, once they submit, we will see this automatically populated as a new lead. The other way is that we may want to enter it in manually because, of course, maybe I met a client at a social networking event, or maybe somebody reached out to me on Instagram. Maybe somebody is a referral from another client and they emailed me, but some way I realize that somebody is interested in working with me and I would like to document that here. So I'll just go ahead and click new lead. And then I'm going to go ahead and just enter in what I have of the client contact information. Now, I may not know a lot at this point, but let's just say the client let me know that they are finally at a stage where they're ready to renovate their primary bedroom. So I'm going to say this is a primary bed and bath renovation, and I'm going to call this a partial remodel. I'm going to say that I don't know what the client's budget is. You can, of course, say, and I'm going to say that they were a referral, and then I'll click submit. Now that new contact, that new lead is documented here, and we basically know that we need to do something about it. And at this point, all I know is that I want to know more. I need to get more information. So I'm going to schedule an exploratory call with this client. Let's just say I executed that exploratory call, and now I want to change this lead from just new to contacted, okay? Because I've had some communication. So I just need to tell Materio that. I need to say to Materio that I had an exploratory call. And if I had notes from that meeting, I would certainly upload those here. And then I want to move this contact. The first drop down lets me know that there's more options. I want to move this from new to contacted. And then I'm just going to click update. All right. So now my lead is moved from new to contacted. And what I want to do is just keep pushing it through its life cycle. So after I had this exploratory call, everything went well enough that I want to go ahead and meet with that client in person. And once I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and push this further down the line. So I'm just going to click on it again. And then I'm going to go back here and I'm going to say in-person meeting on site 9/8. And if I had notes from that meeting, I would, of course, upload them here. And I'm just going to leave this. I'm actually not going to move this to engaged yet. I'm just going to include in the contact stage that I have had an additional meeting. And I'm going to give the client time to respond to me and let them tell me how they felt about how that meeting went. I feel really good about it. I feel really positive, but I want to wait to hear from them. So I'm just going to add that note. And now I'm going to leave it there. Let's just say finally, I heard back from the client and they said that they were really excited about meeting with me. Of course, they loved everything that I had to say and they'd like to move forward with me. So now I'm going to move this lead from contacted to engaged with, and we want to actually send the contracts. I am going to move this client from contacted to engaged, and I'm just going to make a note here. So I'm going to say that they're ready for us to send the design agreement. So I'm going to click update. And actually, just something that I want to show you is that if that meeting didn't go well, and if the client responded and said that they're just not ready to move forward, instead of moving to engaged, I would actually just move it to declined, okay? But we want to say we got great news, and we are going to move it into engaged. So, our lead is now living here with the other engaged leads. And I can start a project from here. We are going to start a project in the next video, but I just want you to know that I don't normally start my leads personally from this screen. And again, that's because that I have preferences already established in my project template, and I prefer to build on those. But I'll just show you that if I were to build a project, this is what it would look like. Even though it's a primary bedroom and bath, I know that I'm going to have more than 30 items that it's going to be needed for that space. So I know that it's going to be a large project. I would say create large project. It's going to automatically populate the name. I can, of course, change this if I want. And then it's going to move into asking me some questions that I've already answered in my project template. So I'm just going to click next. And again, it's going to ask me another question about how I make my purchases. But again, I've already answered that in my project template. So I'm going to just move into create a project, and then you'll have your project started. So we are going to start our first project from a template. We will do that together starting in the next video. So I will see you there.